I'm going to share with you one of my top natural beauty hacks, and that is aloe vera. So now aloe vera is quite famous for being an amazing after sun because it's quite cooling and it's got loads of healing compounds in here. But did you know it's also really, really good for like an anti-aging face mask? So it's got some natural salicylic acid in there. It's actually got loads of other compounds and things in there. I can't quite remember it, but I learned about aloe vera in the Susan Kaufman anti-aging protocol book that we've got over there. That is actually listed on our website in the book section on glowinghealthy.com if you want to check that book out. Susan Kaufman is really, really good. She makes up a face mask with aloe vera. She even puts it in the bath, puts aloe vera chunks. So I find this aloe vera, I didn't just randomly get this out of somebody's garden. You can actually find aloe vera in health food shops, like in the UK and here in Spain. Although if you do have an aloe vera plant in your house or in your garden, you could use it. It's got this amazing gel. You can actually even put it in smoothies if you want. But you've got to be a bit careful with that. So I buy filtered aloe vera juice if I want to put it in smoothies for like your digestion. But I love this as a face mask. So I have been in the sun today, so that will actually help protect my skin even more. I just love it as a face mask for just general health of your skin, like glowing skin. And if you've been in the sun as well, it really helps your skin. It helps produce collagen, helps keep your skin like smooth, like it sort of gently exfoliates it, hydrates it, put loads and loads of amazing goodness in it. Just rub it all over it. If you accidentally taste it, it is a bit strong tasting, but it's 100% natural from nature. And loads of different like tribes and different cultures around the world have used aloe vera. So aloe vera isn't just as an after sun. But obviously, of course, if you do catch the sun a little bit too much and you want to soothe your skin, it's perfect. It's also really good for treating burns and blisters. And it feels amazing. Now someone's going in my mouth, it does taste a bit funny. Just like rub it all over your chest like that. Do you want a brownie, Sienna?
Sure.
There we go. You can rub it if you think. You can use that bit if you want. It's really gunky and thick, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
There's lots of different other natural face masks that I use, and I can share them with you. But this is my number one glowing skin face mask, and it's just pure aloe vera gel. Amazing. You could rub it all over your hands as well. Like, don't waste it, guys. It's amazing. And then you can just keep that in your fridge. We've had this in our fridge for weeks, guys, weeks. We've just come back from the beach, and it just reminded me, because I'm talking to my family, I've got some guests over, my mum and my sister, about some of the things that I use as an after sun. And I can share some of those with you. But one really good after sun is lavender oil mixed with like some coconut oil or like shea butter. And if your skin's a little bit red or a bit sore, or you just want to like help your skin after sun exposure, that is such an amazing and very relaxing and soothing after sun. And you could even mix aloe vera up with lavender oil.
I think I might use that on my legs because my legs have gotten a bit dry from like the salt and the sand.
It's also very, very moisturising as well. Yeah. So it's just amazing. Look into it, into the benefits of aloe vera. It's so good, guys. So we've just got back from the beach and I've got guests over. So what you do if you want to make a really like tasty meal for other people, you don't want a boring plain meal, but you haven't got a lot of time, you don't want to keep people waiting, and you don't want to be in the kitchen. Because when you've got guests over, sometimes you want to relax with them and sit down, and you don't want to just be in the kitchen. That is where our Instant Pots come in handy. You know what I love about these Instant Pots. So I popped some rice in the small Instant Pot, and this is on the rice setting. There's like a grain rice cooker setting. And then in the main big pot, can you come over here, Sienna? Just get in here. I've added in some pepper, onion and carrots because I'm going to be making a mixed bean chilli. And the way I pimp up my chilies is I add in cacao powder. I add in a tiny little bit of natural sugar like coconut sugar to give it that sweetness, because sometimes the tomatoes that you add in can make it taste a bit acidy. And it can taste a bit like too tomatoey. How do you get that depth, smoky sort of richness of a chili? And that is where the little sweetener comes in, like coconut sugar or maple syrup. So some jarred tomatoes here. I've got in, guys, I always do this. I'm like where is everything? And then I've got some beans. So my favourite beans in a bean chilli are black beans.
Me too.
And then I also love kidney beans. So because we've got a lot of people over, I think 5 beans will be good.
How many do we usually have?
3. So I think that's good. And like I said, I've got onion in here, some red pepper and some carrot for some bite and extra vegetables and goodness. And then the spices that I'll leave in, so I'm going to put it all in that one pot. And I can just leave it, and it's just those 2. I've actually got, if it looks like the kitchen's a mess, this is actually all from breakfast, which couldn't fit in the dishwasher. But when you just use these, you don't get the stove dirty. You just got those 2 pounds to wash up, plus the plates, the knife and fork, and
the
like
chopping
a knife
board.
and chopping board. So I love adding into my chilies, paprika. I add a touch of cinnamon in there, inspired from when we were in Mexico. It's a bit like a mole, and that's why I add in cacao as well, because it's kind of like the Aztec Mexican vibes. So a bit of cacao powder adds depth and like an extra flavour. Because when a chili to me just tastes really tomatoey with some chili powder thrown in, I just find it's not that exciting. Some cayenne pepper for extra kick and the spiciness, and then fresh oregano for the garden. I found, how do you stop it from tasting like a paprika sort of Spanish dish if it's got paprika in it, and how do you stop it from tasting like a curry? And the trick is oregano. So we've got some fresh oregano in the garden, but you could use dried oregano. And also chilies have a bit of cumin in, not too much, if not it can taste like a curry. So a bit of cumin, and then the natural sweetener. So I'll just quickly refresh you guys with it. For a chili, I use fresh oregano, I use paprika, I use like a spicy chili powder, so this one is cayenne, to give it that kick. I add in a tiny amount of cinnamon for extra sweetness and like an extra depth of flavour. A bit of cumin. These 2 you can add in loads and you can't go wrong. You can add as much paprika as you want. Smoked paprika as well. Amazing. A tiny bit of cumin. Some sweetener to taste, to bring the taste up. So you'll have to bring the taste up so it's not all tomatoey tasting. I don't know how much you will need to put in it, depends on how much tomatoes. But I have found the longer you cook the tomatoes for, the more like kind of depth the chili has. And then some cacao powder. I don't think I've missed anything out, have I, Sienna?
No.
I think it's good. And then loads of beans, and then like onions and things like that. And also garlic. I forgot about that, garlic. That is amazing. So I'm going to dump it all in there. I actually add the fresh oregano in at the end, so the herbs preserve some of their goodness. So I'm going to get on with this, guys, and then I've really got to tidy the kitchen up from this morning. Yeah. Hi Nia, look at Nia.
You look cool.
Yeah. You alright?
I like your hair.
It was my first time washing my hair without shampoo. I didn't
Yeah.
use apple cider vinegar, which is kind of what you can use as a replacement of shampoo to like get rid of grease. So
Hello.
it will still be like a little bit, there's still going to be some oils in my hair, but I'm going to use like a natural bristle brush to help brush it through. But yeah, I put the tea rinse in it and my hair smells amazing. Do you want to smell it? It smells really nice, like fresh
That's
and rosemary.
nice, yeah, you smell good. By the way, I just put an aloe vera face mask on.
Oh,
So
nice.
anti-aging, you've got some chunks if you want. I have rubbed them on my skin, but if you don't want to like to use up the pulp.
I'm
But
alright.
we're
I
making
think it's probably
chili.
best I don't.
We're making a lovely, delicious chili.
Do you like my hair dryer?
It's like your old t-shirt, like the t-shirt you were wearing. the
Yeah.
top.
I hope I'm not stretching it.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't do that if I
If you've got a
were
bit
you.
extra
I was
time,
meant to leave it
what
in
then
this
makes
long.
the chili like a bit more elevated. Don't just serve it with rice. Make
do
some
it.
mashed avocado, so some guacamole, and then serve it with some coconut yogurt for like the sour cream. And if you have any corn tortillas, throw that in,
Or
and then it
cornbread.
makes it a bit cornbread.
cornbread.
Or some cornbread.
I love making
and then you basically have loads of different bits to go with it, like a side salad. Then
Feels
it makes
really
it that bit
fancy.
extra. Then it makes it fancy. Of course,
is
if you
actually
haven't got
quite
time
simple.
for that, just the beans and some salad leaves and some
It's
rice.
a really
would be
yummy
good
meal.
and balanced. Because I'm going to get some fresh greens from the garden to serve as a side salad. Because with every meal, we always make sure we get greens in.
Yeah, some raw
And a side
veggies and
salad,
greens.
yeah.
I love having some raw food with every meal. I think it is super important.
Yeah, it is, because the enzyme from the raw food is really good for your gut, and the chewing.
Yeah.
Chewing, if you want a beautiful, well-formed face, we need to chew. In the past, our ancestors would chew for 4 hours a day.
Wow.
Now the average is 4 minutes a day, and that's why.
Wow,
that's
that
why
is
people-
crazy.
They had people in the past. I read this in Breath and from a lot of the research I've done into orthodontic treatment and things like
Mhm.
that, people's faces were more protruded out, and
Definitely,
stronger, higher
yeah.
cheekbones, less wrinkles, like bigger lips, everything, because their facial muscles and their bones, everything were really well formed. Nowadays, people's faces are sunk in with chins that are sunken in. That's why some people can be really, really lean but still have like a pouch
Yeah.
underneath there. It's enough.
It's due to your facial structure, which
I've
can
got a bit of it
change.
as well. If you've got
Me
like
too.
some skin there, like a little fatty bit,
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with your body weight, like you being overweight, anything like that. Even really lean people can have it, and it's because our mouths are too small and our teeth are retracted in, especially if you've had braces. That can cause it. That's why if you're going to have braces and have your teeth straightened, you have to go and get your mouth and your jaw grown first. If not, the dentist, regular dentist, just give you braces and it pushes all your teeth in and makes your mouth even smaller than what it already is. Our ancestors had really big palates. Their tongue could fit into their mouth perfectly. They could breathe really well. They didn't have sleep apnea, and it's because they chewed for 4 hours a day. They were also breastfed, and they also breathed through their nose, not their mouths, and they just were way more healthier in touch with nature. So that is what I like about a lot of the lifestyle that we're trying to do as a family. We're obviously on a journey. We're just trying to implement some of the methods that our ancestors had, so we could at least have some of the advantages of what they had in terms of their lifespan and their health and their enjoyment of life, because they were more in touch with nature. So that's why I'm really, really pleased with Sienna that she's had the correct dental work. I feel so happy and relieved. I obviously went and had my teeth straight in. They pushed all my teeth in, and then I noticed I can remember telling Darren, I was like, because I was doing bikini competitions at the time, so I was at the leanest I've ever been. Obviously, I don't think being that lean is healthy, but obviously to go in a bikini competition, you've got to really cut and lose a lot of fat. But I started noticing I was getting like a little bulge under my chin, which I thought was a double chin.
That is so ironic.
And I said to Darren, I'm the leanest I've ever been, but I'm noticing that, and that's because I was like 2 years into my dental treatment, and all my jaw's gone inwards.
I remember all of a sudden you like eat with your mouth open all the time.
Yeah.
Because I have this thing, I find it really annoying, like certain like mouth noises and stuff, especially if people eat with their mouth open. That really bugs me. And I remember saying to Mum, like, why are you eating with your mouth open? That's gross. And that is part of it. If your lips and like your mouth isn't, you know, formed properly and strong, it can be really hard to like eat properly with your mouth closed.
So one good tip with helping your face have good formation is breathe through your nose. That's what I do. I wear mouth tape at night, so my mouth doesn't open up and then I'm like snoring and breathing through my thing. And also chew on crunchy things. And if you can, if you have children, try and breastfeed them for as long as possible, and just have loads more crunchy food. And there's lots of myofunctional exercises that you can do as well. And if you're looking into having braces, go and get an expansion device first. That is what I personally would do. I am planning on having some treatment, dental treatment, like what Sienna and Darren are currently having. I'm just waiting to find the right person who can do it here in Spain, because I want to reverse all the damage that's been done. And I want to grow my mouth bigger, my jaw, my palate, so my tongue can fit in it. My tongue does not fit in my mouth. If I close my mouth, my tongue is getting bitten by my teeth. It drives me crazy feeling like my teeth don't line up and that my mouth is too small. I have like the mouth of like an 8-year-old girl. And I just know there's so much more potential. So I can't wait to have that dental treatment. And also it has some women who are like in their 30s, late 30s, they have that dental treatment because they want to be able to breathe properly and just function more like normally. And then some of the side effects that they get from it is that they have less wrinkles, the what they call those
smile lines,
those nasal fold bits, whatever they called, I can't remember what they're called. They disappear. Their cheekbones go higher. The whole face is more like youthful. It's crazy. As you age, your bones and everything goes down, but when you have a stronger face, it actually lifts it up. And that is why a lot of celebrities, like actresses and people like that, they've got these incredible, beautiful faces and jawlines. It's because they've had all of that special work done.
Yeah, because it is specialised treatment, which doesn't have enough exposure.
Yeah, and
so
obviously
that's why
help.
people...
If in your family, all of your family have small mouths and breathing things, obviously you're going to have more chances of having that.
Yeah.
But it's not normal. There's so many people who, like online, even young people now, that looks maxing is really popular, and they will do. They know, they're in the know. They know that doing all of these exercises, like strengthening your jaw, strengthening your tongue, all of this can change your face. People can go from looking like a 2 out of 10 to like an 8 out of 10. basically nobody is
Your
actually
facial
ugly.
structure.
Nobody is ugly or
Yeah.
attractive. It's literally, if we actually had this knowledge and we were doing all these things that were meant to be natural, everybody would have high
Facial
cheekbones.
structure and posture
Yeah.
is key to
Yeah.
bone development, because that's
Yeah.
what we are like biologically programmed to look
Yeah.
for, is like strong genes, which is like
Yeah.
a strong bone structure.
So yeah, if any of you guys
That's
are
why.
interested in it, the breath book is amazing. That's also on glowinghealthy.com. Look into read the breath book. I learned so much from that. And then if you're looking into dental work, look for expansion, like, you know, that I can't remember what the other term for orthodontist is. Myotropics or something like
Yeah.
that. And then also myofunctional exercises are on YouTube. So if you can't afford to have that dental treatment or you don't want to,
You can do it
you
naturally.
can do it naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's loads. Got a guy called Oscar on Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oscar Patel. Yeah.
Oscar Patel, look at his stuff.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a huge new movement. People are becoming aware of it. It's amazing that people.
I think it's really empowering.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
really good.
transformed people's lives.
Yeah, I feel like the word looks maxing is kind of like a
Giving it
clickbaity way,
Yeah.
you know, to get people's attention. That's why they call
Yeah.
it that, but it's not really what you think it means.
No, it's actually deeper. It's very
Yeah,
spiritual.
it's
In terms of like people actually taking action, and they're not like they're actually doing things that improve their life in so many ways. It
yeah,
obviously
much more than just how they look. It improves
Yeah.
your health
your
and the quality of your life.
live longer, like you can breathe
Yeah.
better. It helps athletes. It helps children or young people who have like behavioural issues. Once they
Yeah,
start
wow.
sleeping better, breathing properly, some of their issues go away. People end up waking up and having a better quality sleep, and that just has a knock-on
Yeah.
effect in the rest of their lives.
You feel so much more motivated if you
Yeah.
feel good.
But then there's nothing wrong with if you really wanted to do it to look more attractive either. What's wrong with that?
That's a normal part of being a
Yeah.
human. We, you know, want our house to look nice. You
Yeah.
want to wear nice clothes. So, like, it's just
Yeah.
natural
There's
to
nothing wrong
want
with
to
what's
feel good about yourself.
Yeah, to be your most optimized self. I get that everybody has different looks, and some people
Like, everyone's different, but everyone can be their best different
different
self.
We all have our genetic potential, and a lot of us are living a life where we're not feeling our absolute best, so we're not looking our absolute best, but it is actually possible.
Yeah,
It
it's
honestly is
100%
100%
possible. It's not easy, but it's definitely.
possible, yeah. So part of my
Nothing's
journey, that's
impossible,
something
yeah.
that I want to work on. And
I would
improve
look
upon.
into it more as well. I have a pretty like well-developed jaw,
You do,
but my bottom teeth are wonky. So that is kind of like a sign if your late teeth are naturally wonky. I've not
Yeah.
had braces, and so my bottom teeth are wonky, which kind of shows that there's not enough room in my palate. So I do need to work on it myself as well.
Yeah, so in the Instant Pot, by the way, I won't add this until the very end, or the cacao
Yeah.
powder, the oregano, but I'll add those other spices because I want them to heat up. I can just now hear them arguing, so I better go and sort them out.
Children.
I'm so excited. This is my cheesecake.
Can we just talk about how cute Mia's outfit is, though? Her gym outfit.
Okay, so we're getting it out so it can defrost a bit because it is going to be very
Look at
frozen.
it in all its
but
shiny
let's
glory.
take this bit off while it's still like frozen. I think would be probably the best idea if it will actually come off actually.
And come off.
You know what I mean?
I'm so pleased you made that.
Okay, it's not there.
Me too.
I know what I need to do.
Give it, bang it. And then, oh, that looks so good.
So what,
Oh, look at that. Oh,
It's
there's
okay,
like
I'm
food
going to show you
shots.
when I get it out because it's
Oh,
not
that looks so
layers.
good.
But yeah, there's my famous
Multi-layered.
chocolate on top.
Famous
You know what I
chocolate.
use for date parties.
we need to make some cake bar.
Lift it up and then bang it on the sideboard. That
I
didn't
don't
do
think
much.
that's gonna do it. It's like properly frozen.
Maybe you have to let it. Oh,
We should make some cake bar. Well, so now you can try it. Mia.
yeah.
I will make some date bar. That sounds good.
Everyone have cacao butter?
Yeah, we've got loads, I'm pretty sure. Almost off, guys. There we go.
Yay.
Almost. Oh. Why is it like not coming off?
Probably just really frozen.
So I think I like put it on wrong maybe.
That looks amazing.
So yeah, this is the cheesecake. You can't see, it's got a nice
Wow.
base. It's got a vanilla layer and then a strawberry like berry layer. Yeah,
And then
strawberry and
chocolate
raspberry
on
layer.
top.
It's going to be
Homemade
like
chocolate on top.
recipe.
Yeah.
That's
That
so cool.
My cheesecake.
I cannot wait to eat it.
And I also didn't follow the recipe, I just made it up.
Vegan, did you? What do you make up?
I did. Well, I looked at a recipe for an ideal quantity, but then I only did that for the beginning bit, and then I kind of gave up and just started pouring it all in because I don't really like measuring. I used to say, Mum.
Did you put a bit more maple syrup in this time?
Yeah, it's got maple syrup in most layers, I think. And the berry layer as well, and then like the vanilla layer's got a lot of vanilla in it. Like
Looks so delicious.
I put way too much in, but it actually came out really good as a result. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. So I tried it while I was making it, but it's completely different.
When it's like all together and like just
So I'm
yum.
very excited. I hope it comes out good. It looks good though.
Yeah.
So
Whenever we have guests over, we always want to make really exciting, tasty food so people know that plant-based food.
0 sugar in this. There's a bit of maple syrup, but to be honest, that's not even necessary. You can just use pure dates. Like I've added dates to every layer, well, except the chocolate, to add natural sweetness, and you could just add more dates instead of the maple syrup as well, and then it's like proper, you know, like only fruit and stuff in it.
So, when we have guests
Sweetness.
over, we always want to make meals which are really exciting. So then people know that whole foods plant-based cooking, which is refined sugar-free, and that can still be really like satisfying and rich and indulgent. And
I mean, look at this. So yeah, I'm very
Yummy.
excited to try this.
Yummy.